let me introduce myself once more. My name is George. I am the owner as well as manager here at Greenfield Book Supplies. The best and perhaps most nostalgic bookshop in town. We are modern but still carry a twist of that whimsical little childhood or past life that you may or may not have lived. Well, I take it you have come, of course, as you wrote in your letter, because you are interested in the job as an all-round worker. Yes. Well, this is one of our desks, which we use for processing books, as well as gift wrapping, making telephones, writing letters, processing letters, doing other postal stuff. That is all done on this desk, or on one of those other two. This also is the worker cantina, so when you're on a little break you can come here, have a fine little cup of tea, maybe a snack or something I'm sure you'd like. Yes. Well, I would like to begin with showing you around how different things work. For instance, how we normally wrap books for presents, for instance birthdays or other things. Then I would like to show you how we send postal orders, because I'm quite sure that we have a few postal orders in for today, which are basically books that people have ordered via the telephone or via sending us a letter. Which then we collect in the store, and when we don't have them in stock here, we can always order them, wait for them to be delivered, and then be sent off. Yes. Well, I think we shall begin with gift wrapping. Let's see. Well, so this is your desk, or a desk which you could use. You could also use another one, of course. Well, of course, because it is a bookshop, books. A telephone for orders or something else. There are possibilities that the telephone will ring and that you will have to write down orders, but that would basically be the same thing as a postal order, so I will show you that in a few minutes, I think. Well, this is my fountain pen, which is positioned in this little pen holder, but because you are our newest employee, I will make sure that a new pen to your liking will be ordered. I normally use a standard fountain pen, but whatever you like on the store's costs will be ordered, to make sure that you can write as comfortably as possible. Well, one more thing. I don't know whether you have been in the store before, or if this is your first time? Alright, well, I would like to tell you that apart from books, we also have a little postal service, which means we sell stamps, as well as envelopes, and we also do a lot of stationery items, so pens, inked cartridges, notebooks, paper sizes from A3 to A6, I think. No, A2 to A6, so a lot of different paper sizes, as well as a lot of different other things that we sell, like agendas, planners. Is that all? We also have a great amount of newspapers, such as the Sunday Times, the Normal Times, that. The Sunday Times, however, which is of course a newspaper delivered only on Sunday, will only be delivered when we are open on a Sunday. Normally we are closed, but there are certain times when things need to be restocked, and if of course you are comfortable working on a Sunday, which I very well understand is, well, it certainly isn't normal, but should there be times that there is someone present at the store, the Sunday Times will be ordered and will arrive in small quantities. I think that'll be all. Yes, well, shall we then begin by me showing you how the gift wrapping works? Very well. If you would like to take that chair or move this one and place it right here, you will have a closer little look. Very well. So, the first thing you will need to pack a book are, of course, the scissors, which you will find in the right drawer of the desk. A quick test whether they work. All right. The second thing, and perhaps the most important thing, of course, is the book. We will be starting with this book, and this little pile on your right are all the books that people have ordered or have asked for us to be put behind the register for them to pick up later, or for people who forgot to pay. Well, first things first, you check if there are any labels. This one has none. Then inside you will find one of these little papers, normally folded like this, with the customer's name on it, the book title and the author, and when they are going to pick it up. Other notes, such as telephone number or other things, can be found down here. So the first thing that I always check is whether the title and the author are matching. Well, as you can see here, it says Miss J. Sheen, and the book is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I don't know whether I am pronouncing that correctly, but as you can see, the book that I have in my hand here is Babel which matches with this title. R matches, F matches, and then Kuang. That all matches. The book itself is in a proper state. There are no damages or other things which might have occurred while shipping or handling here in the store. So when everything looks alright, or as new, which this one of course is, it is ready to be gift wrapped. You can also see here that this is a Book of the Year fiction winner. But that of course doesn't matter at all, as long as it is gift wrapped. Babel. Now, why did I say gift wrap? Because it says down here, comes to pick it up on Monday the 18th, is a gift for a birthday. It is very important to note that you always read the extra notes, so when you would be working on a very busy day, you won't forget to wrap the books up. This we will put down here and save that for later, for when all the books are wrapped and the other ones on the pile here are processed, we will put them behind the register. And how do we know what or which gift wrapped book is whose? These little pieces of paper. Now, it doesn't specifically say that it is a male, a female, or a boy or girl's birthday. So I would suggest the following wrapping paper. which is this beautiful green one, which we normally use to wrap presents. Now, for boys or girls, we have blue and pink, and we have a darker shade of blue and red available as well. Now, it can sometimes be quite tricky to pack a book on this small of a table. So, should you find yourself wondering, you could also wrap them at the register. Right. We will begin by flipping it over, and then I like to just roll this one down. Then we are going to take the book and place it down like this. This is about 2 times the book. That is a bit of extra space, but we can work with that eventually. Right. Pay very close attention now, as I'm going to snip and fold the paper to wrap the book. Right. Now, I would normally, but this is depending on the thickness of the book. This is a rather thick one, so I would suggest the following. I would say about this much extra length at the top and the bottom. Now, you want to take your scissors and start at either the left or the right side, depending on your dominant hand, of course. Right. Once you're done, you can just put this away. Right. Now, then we are going to take one end, fold it over. Now, as you can see, there is a lot of space left. So what am I going to do? I am going to take this and simply cut off quite a large portion. These, of course, can go in the bin. There. Now, let's see. This is space we can work with. So, you are going to take one side and flip it over like this. Take the first page of the cover and fold it down like so. Alright, is that clear? Now, you are going to take the other side and fold this over like so. It is still a little bit too long, so I'm just going to cut another piece off. In the bin. Right. Now this is quite an important part. You are going to take this side, pull it a bit tighter like so. Now that you have this, but instead of just putting a piece of tape right here, we are going to fold this over just like so, and then we fold this side over. Now we have a top and a bottom. Right here is a little dispenser for the tape. This part can sometimes be a bit tricky, but I'm sure that eventually you will get used to it. I always like to press the books down a bit so this side is nice and pressed. Same for the other side. Press in with 2 fingers to create a little triangle shape. Let me turn it around so you can see it. Alright, press this down. Fold this over. Like so. Then just take some tape. Now this will be part 1 of the packing and the wrapping. Why are we doing this? Well, that is because this is a birthday. In here or this one, there it is. You will find one of these stamps, which is this lovely little bouquet. Well, we open this up, press it down nice and firmly, close this, and just put it on here and press. There. That looks like something. Now, we're going to take a candle and a lighter. Normally you would be able to find matches somewhere, and we're going to take this and put it over the candle, just on top, and make a selection of beads, little wax beads. For now I'm thinking red will do. Normally 2 wrap ones are enough. Just put it on top, and I'm sure it will soon begin to melt. So, while we are waiting for this to melt, we will take one of these little cards here, as well as a little stamp set, which you can find at the back here. Which, yet again, has lovely little flowers on them. So, what you are going to do is take the card, take a pen, but before you do that you are going to cut this into shape. Normally I just take one large stroke You might save this because it could come in handy later. And because it was a birthday present, we are going to write Happy birthday. See? Happy birthday. The pen goes in there. Look. You might want to decorate it with some little flowers. Which one should we choose? Maybe the rose. That's a nice one. Alright, take a rose. And maybe these lily of the valleys. And we should put those like this. Don't forget to put them back in the box. And slide this one back in. I'm quite sure that by now the wax would have been melted. So for today I will be choosing this little stamp. Now pay close attention please, as I will take the wax, pour it on there, be careful, take the stamp and press. It can be a bit difficult to determine when it is finished, when it is completely dry. So normally I would just like to keep this on for some time, but of course it depends on the amount of wax and on how big the stamp is. There we are. The candle can be blown out. And look, a beautifully packed little book with happy birthday on it, as well as a wax stamp. And this little thing should be firmly positioned underneath the seal in order for it to stay connected to the rest of the wrapping. and not fall out during travel or something else. Now, there are possibilities, however, that in certain times the wrapper may have certain decorations on the inside. So that is when it's a two-sided paper. Then you don't need to put a stamp there. But because this one is white, normally I like to do that as well. So, what are we going to do now? We are going to take this Miss Sheen Babel, which is this book, put it on there like this, and just put this on this side. So when we come to wrap the following books, this one, as well as this one, and this one, once you're finished with those, you just put them on top, and then this whole little pile goes behind the register in the little cabinet to be weighted. So the books can wait for the owner to be picked up. Right. That was that. So, the second thing I am going to show you is how you process letters. Now, you can see here Greenfield Book Supplies, our address, stamp, the date, and these letters, as well as all the letters that have come in, you can find in this right little cabinet on your right, of course. Now, you will turn the letter around and take this little letter opener to just simply open it like so. Right. Then you will take the letter, open it of course, and read it. Right. So, as you can see, this one is from Daniel Logue, 20 Elder Grove, Bramley, Devon, United Kingdom. Greenfield Book Supplies, Camberley, etc. Dear Sir or Madam, I am writing to place a personal order for the following title: Poirot, The Murder on the Orient Express. Quantity, 1 copy. Format, if available, the paperback edition. I would be grateful if you could confirm the total cost including postage to the above address, and advise on the estimated delivery time. I enclose a cheque in the amount of £25 as full payment. Before processing any of these, always check whether a cheque indeed is inside. It is. Should you require any further details, please contact me by my telephone. Thank you for the assistance. I will look forward to receiving the book. Yours sincerely, Daniel Logue. Well, we may be happy, of course, that this gentleman, Daniel Logue, did this. Can you see? Poirot, The Murder on the Orient Express. Quantity 1 copy. Format, if available, paperback edition. Now, there are customers who will, however, call you and ask you to retrieve the book for them and make a reservation or send it to them. Well, this gentleman wants the book to be packed and sent to him, and he already paid with a cheque. Well, the cheques always put back in the original envelope from whence they came, and you can just put that there, and the financial advisor, which most of the time is me, will come around and take these to process them at the bank. Well, so what you know now is that you will be needing Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express, with the last name of the author, Christie, beginning with the letter C. So, what are we going to do now? I will tell you. This can sometimes be a bit of a guess. Well, I know, for instance, that Poirot books and Murder on the Orient Express are murder mysteries, which you would find going into the bookstore in the thriller murder section. So what we are going to do now is go there and look for Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express. Sometimes there will be more than one book, so always take the letter with you, so you can always check which books to retrieve. Let's go. Now let's see. Have you got the letter for me? That one, yeah, thank you. Right, it said Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express by Agatha Christie, quantity 1 copy if available, the paperback edition. Right, let's see. We've got The Secret History, closer look. That indeed is the right one. Now that we have found the book, we are going to once again look whether it is damaged, which it isn't, except for this small little dent, but that doesn't really matter. Now, Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express, format, if available, the paperback edition, which is this one, one copy. That works. This is correct. Now, you can either take one of these little cards, which is a bit heavier sort of paper, or you take these, which I would recommend. Well, the first thing you are going to be writing down is the name, which is Daniel Logue. Very good. Now, the address, all right. Now, then the book, which of course is Poirot, Murder on the Orient Express, by, normally I just like to place a line by Christie. Oh, this an H. There we are. And this, of course, is, well, doesn't really matter. Now, because this order is going to be sent via the postal service, we are going to check for the price, which is, as you can see, indeed UK $9.99, which basically is £10. So we're going to put in 10. £10. Very well. This can go back here. Now, watch close. The check is going to be sent to the bank. this is going to be sent to the post office. It will be packed either by you or by some of the other workers here. What we're going to do, we are going to fill this up and put this on 14th of August 2025. So the person checking them knows that we have read this letter carefully, that everything is in order. You take this, let me find the right side, there we are. Just take a little paper clip and put that on there, and this can be sent to the post office like this. Now, what I like to do also, I would like to say never to write on the box, because it can damage the cover. So always take these off. Because he has already been, the book has been paid, I would like to put this on, that Mr. Logue has paid, post included, and down that, post included on the 14th of August 2025. That is basically all you need to do to make a book ready to be sent to the post office, where they will find a box and also put the address on, and etc., and pay for the postal fees, which of course is already in the check. Very well. Right. I'd say that is all there is to know. So, what have we done? We have packed a book for postal service. We have gift wrapped a book. We have talked about checks, etc. I didn't tell you about stamps. These are 8 times second stamps. Now, second stamps are the stamps that we normally use, which can all be found here on your desk every single day. These little packages of 8. Now, should you, however, find yourself in need of more stamps, you can always telephone to the switchboard to ask them for more stamps. Should you be in a situation where you need something delivered extremely fast, you could ask the stamps to be replaced with first stamps. In the United Kingdom, postal packages or letters labelled with a first class stamp are generally much faster than second class stamps. Well, I think that is all. Oh no, one more thing. You will see here 1, 2, 3, 4 books which are second-hand returns, which will be sorted into category and which will then be placed in the second-hand compartment of the store, the second-hand section, into each corresponding book cabinet or basket or table, whatever it is, where we have a little place left for a beautiful little book like this. So as you can see, return to be sorted. That's that. I think that is all. And I hope that you feel welcome here. Please, before you have your official first day, do make sure to stop by. Employees get a 20% bonus on every little purchase that they make. Yes, 20% off. Well, if you buy 100 books, it's a lot of money. Well, so that'll be all for now. I'm terribly sorry. It is late already. We will be closing soon, but I will be seeing you. Right. Thank you. Yes. Good day.
Give you anything but love, baby. That's the only thing I've plenty of, baby. Dream a while, scheme a while, you're sure to find happiness. And I guess all those things you've always find for gee, I'd like to see you looking swell, baby. Diamond bracelets were worth dozens sell, baby. Till that lucky day, you'll know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love. you've always had for me. I'd like to see you looking swell. Oh, baby, diamond bracelet, woolworth doesn't sell. Pretty baby, till that lucky day, you'll know darn well, baby, I can't give you anything but love, la da 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 da. I can't give you anything but love. Where do you come from? Where do you go? Whirlwind, around so fast, along so slow. Whirly, whirly, will the wind enchanted sky, sunlight kiss. Whirlwind, whirlwind, never tarry. With earth and sky, your love is sharing. All that matters, just like me, is just to roam at will, so whirly, whirly, will the wind enchanted sky, sunlight kiss. Whirlwind, whirlwind, never tarry. With earth and sky, your love is sharing. All that matters, just like me, is just to roam at will, so free. Wait for me till I come by, till I come by for you. Wait for me, my smiling love, my smiling love so true. And should you try, I'll hear you, and I'll be near, whispering, dearest one, wait for me till I come by, and I'll come by for you. Should you cry, I'll hear you, and I'll be near, whispering, dearest one, wait for me, till I come by, and I'll come by for you, darling, wait for me. Should I ask for more? Be thrilled beside you, so worth waiting for. Such lips never have been. I'm in a spin when we touch lips. I go dancing in the sky. I sigh beside you through the winter storm. For here